My beloved child, stop what you're doing right now and listen to me with every fiber of your being, because what I'm about to tell you will shatter every lie you've believed about your current situation and ignite a fire in your spirit that hell itself cannot extinguish. Right now, as you're watching this, feeling overwhelmed, feeling forgotten, feeling like you're drowning in circumstances that seem impossible to overcome, I need you to understand something that will change everything. You are not living through your worst season. You are living through your preparation season for the greatest breakthrough of your entire existence. You see, my precious child, the enemy has been working overtime to convince you that this darkness surrounding you is evidence that I've turned my face away from you, that somehow your prayers aren't reaching me, that maybe you've done something so terrible that I've decided you're not worthy of the blessings I have for others. But let me tell you the truth that will set you free. Every single battle you're fighting right now, every tear you've cried in secret, every night you've fallen asleep with a heavy heart, every morning you've awakened with that familiar weight of anxiety pressing down on your chest, none of it is random, none of it is punishment, none of it is evidence of my absence. What you're experiencing right now is what I call divine pressure. And just like a diamond can only be formed under intense pressure and heat deep within the earth, the character, the faith, the unshakable trust that I'm developing in, you can only be forged in the furnace of what feels like impossible circumstances. You've been asking me to remove the pressure, but I've been using the pressure to create something precious inside you that could never be developed in comfort. That financial crisis that's keeping you awake at night, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to teach you that I am your provider. And when I provide, it comes in ways so miraculous that you'll never doubt my ability to take care of you again. That relationship that's breaking your heart, it's not here to leave you lonely forever. It's clearing space in your heart for the divine connection I have waiting for you. Someone who will see you the way I see you and love you the way I love you. That dream that feels so impossible, so far out of reach that you've almost given up, it's not dead, it's dormant, waiting for the right season to burst forth with such power and purpose that it will impact not just your life, but generations after you. But here's what most people don't understand about the way I work, and this is crucial for you to grasp. I don't just want to change your circumstances. I want to change you in the middle of your circumstances so that when the breakthrough comes, you'll be ready to handle it with wisdom, humility, and grace. Because see, my child, I've watched too many people receive their miracle before they were prepared for it. And instead of it being a blessing, it became a burden that ultimately destroyed them. The reason your prayers feel like they're bouncing off the ceiling isn't because I'm not listening. It's because I'm protecting you from receiving something before you have the spiritual maturity to steward it properly. Every no you've heard, every delayed answer, every closed door has been my loving protection, keeping you from settling for something good when I have something great planned for you. You've been focusing on what's not happening, but I want you to start recognizing what is happening. In the middle of your storm, I've been developing your prayer life like never before. In the middle of your financial struggle, I've been teaching you to trust me as your source instead of depending on your own understanding. In the middle of your loneliness, I've been drawing you closer to me, creating an intimacy between us that will be the foundation for everything I'm about to release in your life. The enemy has been whispering that you're forgotten, that you've missed your chance, that maybe God's promises are for other people but not for you. But I need you to know that every promise I've ever made is yes and amen in your life. Every dream I've placed in your heart, every vision I've given you, every moment when you felt my presence so strongly that you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I had something special planned for your life. All of that was real. All of that was from me, and all of that is about to manifest in ways that will exceed your highest expectations. But there's something about divine timing that most people miss. Something that will completely transform how you see every delay you've experienced. The reason you feel like you're running out of time, like opportunities are passing you by, like maybe you were supposed to be further along in life by now, is because you've been measuring your progress by human standards instead of divine standards. In my kingdom, there is no such thing as behind schedule. There's only perfect timing. And your timing, my beloved child, is about to prove that every delay was actually divine positioning. You see, while you've been wondering why things haven't worked out yet, I've been working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances, moving people into position, opening doors that needed to be opened and closing doors that needed to be closed, all to create the perfect setup for what I'm about to do in your life. Every person who rejected you was making room for the right person. Every opportunity that fell through was protecting you from settling for less than my best. Every dream that seemed to die was actually being buried so it could be resurrected with greater power and purpose. Think about this for a moment. If I had answered your prayers exactly when and how you asked 5 years ago, would you still be the person you are today? Would you have the depth of character, the unshakable faith, the compassion for others who are struggling, the intimate relationship with me that could only be developed through walking through the valley of the shadow of death and discovering that I am indeed with you every step of the way? I know it's been hard. I know there have been nights when you've questioned everything, when you've wondered if you heard me correctly, when you've been tempted to give up on the dreams I placed in your heart. I know there have been moments when you've looked at other people's lives and wondered why their breakthrough came so easily while you've had to fight for every inch of progress. But what you don't see is that I'm not preparing you for their calling. I'm preparing you for yours. And your calling requires a level of faith, character, and spiritual authority that could only be developed through the specific path you've walked. Every giant you've faced has been training you to defeat bigger giants. Every battle you've won has been preparing you for greater victories. Every time you chose to trust me when everything looked hopeless, you were building spiritual muscle that you're going to need for what's coming next. Because what I'm about to release in your life isn't just a personal breakthrough. It's a breakthrough that will impact your family line for generations. A breakthrough that will create a platform for you to help others who are walking through the same struggles you've overcome. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think that faith means believing that I will do something. But biblical faith means believing that I already have done something, that the breakthrough already exists, and your job is not to create it, but to step into it. Right now, in the spiritual realm, your miracle is already complete. Your healing already exists. Your financial breakthrough is already prepared. Your divine relationship is already arranged. The calling on your life is already activated. What you're experiencing in the natural realm is just the process of what's already done in the spiritual realm, manifesting in your physical reality. This is why I keep telling you to praise me in the middle of the storm, to thank me before you see the answer, to walk in faith even when everything looks impossible. Because when you align your spirit with what I've already done, you create an atmosphere where the miraculous can manifest. Your praise isn't trying to convince me to bless you. Your praise is positioning you to receive what I've already prepared. And here's something that will blow your mind. That thing you've been praying for, that breakthrough you've been believing for, that miracle you've been waiting for, it's been ready for longer than you think. But I've been waiting for you to be ready to receive it. I've been waiting for you to develop the character to handle success with humility, the wisdom to steward blessing with responsibility, the spiritual maturity to represent me well when I elevate you to the next level. Every delay has been development. Every setback has been a setup. Every closed door has been redirection towards something better. And now, as you stand on the threshold of your breakthrough, there's something about my timing that you need to understand that will completely transform how you see every struggle you've walked through. The breakthrough you've been praying for isn't coming someday. It's already here, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. And that moment is closer than you think. But before I tell you exactly what to look for, there's something about the nature of miracles that you must understand. My precious child, what I'm about to reveal to you will completely transform how you see every closed door you've encountered, every rejection you've experienced, every dream that seemed to die before it had a chance to live. You've been interpreting these experiences as failures, as evidence that maybe you're not cut out for the things you've been believing for, as signs that perhaps you misheard my voice. But I need you to understand the truth about divine redirection. Every no you've received wasn't rejection. It was protection. Every door that closed wasn't punishment. It was preparation for a better door. Every delay wasn't denial. It was divine positioning. See, my beloved, you've been asking for a job, but I've been preparing you for a calling. You've been asking for a relationship, but I've been preparing you for a divine assignment partnership. You've been asking for provision, but I've been preparing you for abundance. You've been asking for healing, but I've been preparing you for wholeness. You've been thinking small, but I've been thinking generational impact. The reason some of your prayers seem to have gone unanswered isn't because I don't care about what you're asking for. It's because I care too much to give you anything less than my absolute best for your life. That job you didn't get? The person who got it instead is going to struggle in ways you can't imagine, while I'm positioning you for something that won't just pay your bills, but will fulfill your purpose and impact lives. That relationship that ended and broke your heart, that person would have limited your potential and kept you from becoming who I created you to be, while I'm bringing someone into your life who will amplify your gifts and accelerate your destiny. But here's what I really need you to understand. The very things you've been running from might be the very things I'm calling you to run toward. That weakness you're ashamed of, I want to use it as your strength, because when people see me working through your weakness, they'll know it's not your ability, but my power. That broken place in your heart, that's where my light shines brightest, where my grace becomes most visible, where my healing power demonstrates itself most powerfully. That area where you feel completely unqualified, that's exactly where I do my best work, because when I use someone who feels inadequate, everyone knows the glory belongs to me. You see, I don't call the equipped, I equip the called. And you, my precious child, have been called since before the foundations of the earth were laid. Before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. Before you took your first breath, I had already planned your purpose. Before you made your first mistake, I had already prepared your redemption. Before you faced your first struggle, I had already planned your victory. Every setback in your life has been a setup for something greater. Every delay has been preparation for acceleration. Every closed door has been protection from settling for less than my best. And now, as you stand on the threshold of your breakthrough, I need you to understand something about the timing of miracles that will change everything. The breakthrough you've been praying for isn't coming from the direction you've been looking. You've been watching the front door, but I'm coming through the back door. You've been expecting it to happen through familiar channels, but I'm about to surprise you with something completely unexpected. You've been thinking it would come through your connections, but I'm about to show you that I am your ultimate connection. You've been believing it would happen through your efforts, but I'm about to demonstrate that it's by my spirit, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit that mountains move. Here's what most people miss about breakthrough seasons. The breakthrough rarely looks like what you expected it to look like. Joseph expected to rule through his dreams, but his pathway to the palace went through the pit and the prison. Moses expected to deliver Israel through his own strength and abilities, but I sent him to the backside of the desert for 40 years to teach him that it's not by his power but by mine. David was anointed as king while he was still a shepherd boy, but his pathway to the throne went through giant slaying, cave hiding, and years of running from Saul. Your breakthrough might not come through the door you've been watching, but it's coming through the door I've been preparing. It might not happen in the timing you expected, but it's happening in perfect timing. It might not look like what you imagined, but it's going to be better than anything you could have dreamed or imagined. And here's the key that unlocks everything. Instead of trying to make your breakthrough happen, you need to position yourself to receive what I've already prepared. Instead of striving and struggling and trying to force doors open, you need to rest in the knowledge that I am working all things together for your good. Instead of focusing on what's not happening, you need to start recognizing and celebrating what is happening. Right now, even as you're listening to this, I am moving on your behalf in ways you can't see. I'm having conversations about you in rooms you've never been in. I'm opening doors for you that you didn't even know existed. I'm preparing people to bless you who don't even know your name yet. I'm arranging circumstances that will converge at exactly the right moment to catapult you into your destiny. But there's something you need to know about stepping into your breakthrough. Something about the preparation process that most people aren't ready for. My beloved child, as you stand on the brink of the greatest breakthrough of your life, I need to prepare you for something that might surprise you. Your breakthrough is going to require you to become someone you've never been before. The level of blessing I'm about to release in your life demands a level of character, wisdom, and spiritual maturity that you don't possess yet, but that I'm about to develop in you through this final phase of preparation. You see, most people pray for breakthrough without understanding that breakthrough always comes with increased responsibility. They ask for promotion without realizing that promotion means serving at a higher level. They pray for influence without understanding that influence means being accountable for how that influence impacts others. They desire platform without recognizing that platform means your private life becomes a public example. They want blessing without accepting that blessing comes with stewardship responsibilities. This is why I don't just change your circumstances. I change you in preparation for changed circumstances. This is why breakthrough isn't just about getting you out of your current situation. It's about getting you ready for your next assignment. This is why every test you've faced has been preparation for testimony. Every struggle has been training for strength. Every valley has been development for victory. Right now, I'm not just working on your breakthrough. I'm working on breaking you through to a new level of faith, a new dimension of trust, a new understanding of who you are in me and what I've called you to do. The person who enters this breakthrough season must be different from the person who's been waiting for breakthrough, because the anointing I'm about to release on your life requires a vessel that's been purified, refined, and prepared for holy use. This means that some relationships in your life are about to change, not because there's anything wrong with the people, but because you're about to operate at a level where not everyone can go with you. Some habits you've tolerated are about to become intolerable, because the standard I'm calling you to demands excellence in every area. Some mindsets you've held about money, success, relationships, and purpose are about to be completely transformed, because small thinking can't contain big blessings. I know this might sound overwhelming, but here's what I want you to understand. I'm not asking you to change yourself. I'm asking you to surrender yourself completely to me so that I can do the changing. I'm not demanding that you become perfect. I'm inviting you to become available. I'm not requiring that you have all the answers. I'm asking that you trust me as the answer to every question you'll face. The breakthrough I'm about to release in your life isn't just about personal blessing. It's about positioning you to be a blessing. It's not just about meeting your needs. It's about enabling you to meet the needs of others. It's not just about your success. It's about your significance in my kingdom and your impact on the lives I'm going to connect you with. This is why the preparation process has been so intense, why the pressure has felt so overwhelming, why it seems like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. I haven't been punishing you. I've been preparing you. I haven't been testing whether you're good enough. I've been developing the goodness that was already in you. I haven't been trying to break you down. I've been breaking off everything that would limit what I want to do through you. Every character flaw that's been exposed, every weakness that's been revealed, every area where you've fallen short. I haven't shown you these things to condemn you, but to cleanse you. I haven't revealed your limitations to discourage you, but to demonstrate that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. I haven't highlighted your failures to shame you, but to show you how completely my grace covers and transforms everything you've done wrong. And now, as you prepare to step into breakthrough, I need you to understand that the miracle isn't just what I'm about to do for you. The miracle is what I've already done in you. The transformation you've experienced through this season of struggle, the faith you've developed through seasons of uncertainty, the character you've built through choosing to trust me when everything looked hopeless. That's not just preparation for blessing, that is blessing. You're not the same person who started praying for this breakthrough. You don't have the same faith, the same perspective, the same understanding of who I am and how I work. You don't have the same tolerance for mediocrity, the same acceptance of limitations, the same willingness to settle for less than my best. The fire you've walked through hasn't just prepared you for breakthrough. It's produced breakthrough in your spirit, your mind, your heart, and your understanding of my nature and my love for you. But here's what you need to know about the timing of your breakthrough. Something that will completely transform how you approach this next season of your life. The breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't something that's going to happen to you, it's something that's going to happen through you. You're not just going to receive a miracle, if you're going to become a miracle in other people's lives. You're not just going to experience breakthrough, you're going to be the breakthrough that others have been praying for. This is why the preparation has been so thorough, why the testing has been so complete, why the development process has touched every area of your life. Because when I elevate you, you're going to carry others with you. When I bless you, your blessing is going to overflow into the lives of people who desperately need to see that breakthrough is possible. When I promote you, your platform is going to become a place where hope is restored, faith is built, and miracles are demonstrated. The breakthrough you've been praying for is already here, waiting for you to recognize it, step into it, and walk it out with the confidence of someone who knows that if I am for you, nothing can stand against you. But before you take that first step into your new season, there's one final thing you must understand about recognizing breakthrough when it comes. My precious, beloved child, as we reach the culmination of everything I've been preparing in your heart through this message, I need you to understand that this isn't just information. This is transformation. This isn't just encouragement. This is activation. This isn't just a word for your situation. This is the word that's going to shift your situation forever. But the power of this word doesn't lie in your hearing it. It lies in your believing it, receiving it, and acting on it. Right now, at this very moment, as my voice echoes in your spirit, you are standing at the intersection of your past and your future, your struggle and your breakthrough, your prayer and your answer. Everything that has led you to this moment, every tear, every prayer, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt, every step of faith has been orchestrating this divine appointment between your need and my supply, your question and my answer, your desperation and my demonstration of power. But I need you to understand something that will determine whether you step into breakthrough or remain in the cycle of waiting. Breakthrough isn't just about circumstances changing around you. It's about you changing your response to circumstances. It's not just about your situation improving. It's about you improving your perspective on your situation. It's not just about getting different results. It's about becoming a different person who attracts different results. The miracle you've been waiting for might already be in your life, but you haven't recognized it because you've been looking for it to come packaged the way you expected. The breakthrough you've been praying for might already be at your door, but you haven't opened the door because it doesn't look like what you thought it would look like. The answer you've been seeking might already be in your hands, but you haven't used it because you've been waiting for a different kind of answer. What if that job rejection that broke your heart was actually protection from settling for something that would have limited your potential? What if that relationship that ended was actually clearing the way for a divine connection that will accelerate your destiny? What if that financial struggle you've been enduring was actually training you to handle the abundance that's about to be released in your life? What if every closed door was actually redirection toward an open door that leads to something greater than you ever imagined? What if the very skills you've developed while struggling, your increased prayer life, your deeper dependence on me, your heightened sensitivity to my voice, your greater compassion for others who are hurting, what if these aren't just coping mechanisms, but supernatural abilities that I'm about to use to impact lives, build my kingdom, and demonstrate my power through your life in ways that will astound you? What if the breakthrough you've been waiting for isn't coming through the door you've been watching, but through the door you've been afraid to walk through? What if the miracle isn't in getting out of your current situation, but in discovering my power to transform you in the middle of your current situation? What if the answer isn't in changing your circumstances, but in you becoming the person who can change other people's circumstances? Here's the truth that will set you free. You don't need to wait for breakthrough to start living like someone who's experienced breakthrough. You don't need to wait for the miracle to start praising me for the miracle. You don't need to wait for the answer to start thanking me that the answer is on the way. You don't need to wait for victory to start celebrating because victory is already assured. The breakthrough you've been praying for isn't something that might happen someday if conditions are right. It's something that's already been prepared, already been paid for, already been planned, and it's waiting for you to step into it with the confidence of someone who knows that what I have promised, I am also able to perform. But stepping into breakthrough requires more than just believing it requires acting on what you believe. It requires making decisions based on my promises rather than your circumstances. It requires speaking words of faith even when your situation is screaming words of fear. It requires taking steps of obedience even when the next step isn't clear. It requires praising me in the storm because you know that praise doesn't just change your circumstances, it changes you in the middle of your circumstances. Right now, as you're listening to these words, I am releasing breakthrough in your life. I am breaking chains that have held you captive. I am opening doors that have been locked. I am releasing resources that have been withheld. I am connecting you with people who will help you step into your destiny. I am positioning you for opportunities that will exceed your highest expectations. But your breakthrough isn't automatic. It's activated by your faith, your obedience, your willingness to trust me, even when you can't see the whole picture. So let me ask you this. What if the very moment you've been waiting for has already begun, but you've been looking for it in the wrong place? What if your miracle isn't coming through the door you've been watching, but through the door you've been afraid to walk through? What if the breakthrough you've been praying for isn't something that's going to happen to you, but something that's going to happen through you as you step into the calling I've placed on your life? What if this message isn't just encouragement for your situation, but activation for your destination. What if these words aren't just comfort for your current struggle, but commissioning for your future assignment? What if everything you've experienced up to this point wasn't just preparation for receiving blessing, but preparation for becoming a blessing to others who are walking through the same struggles you've overcome? If you want to discover exactly where your breakthrough is hiding, how to recognize it when it comes, and how to step into it with confidence and faith, wait for the next message that I have prepared specifically for you. And while you wait, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of the words I have for you. Like this message to let me know it's impacting your heart. Comment below and tell me what breakthrough you're believing for, so I can join my faith with yours and share this message with someone who needs to hear that breakthrough is not only possible but inevitable when they align their life with my will and my ways. And if you feel led to support this ministry, if these words have brought life to your spirit and hope to your heart, consider buying me a coffee through the link in the description. Your support helps ensure that these messages of hope, faith, and breakthrough continue to reach people around the world who desperately need to know that they are not forgotten, they are not forsaken, and their breakthrough is not only coming, it's already here. Your journey into breakthrough starts right now, but it begins with a decision. Will you choose to see your current situation through the eyes of faith or the lens of fear? Will you choose to speak words that align with my promises or words that agree with your circumstances? Will you choose to take steps of obedience even when the path isn't clear? Or will you wait until you can see the whole staircase before you take the first step? The choice is yours, beloved child, but know this: whether you step into breakthrough quickly or gradually, whether you receive it with immediate recognition or gradually discover it, breakthrough is your destiny because you are. My child, and I have never lost a battle I've decided to fight on someone's behalf. Your breakthrough is not in question. The only question is how quickly you'll recognize it and step into it with the faith and confidence of someone who knows that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world.